Hello, welcome to GP Podcast. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a journey deep inside the machine.
Inside every single computer, from the ones that fill the room decades ago to these supercomputers training AI right now, there's a shared secret, a fundamental principle that connects them all. You could almost call it the ghost in the machine.
So what is it? What could possibly connect a humble little computer from 1983 with the massive, powerful AI data centers that are literally reshaping our world? Well, that's the very question we're going to answer.
Just look at the scale of progress here. It is absolutely staggering. On one side, you have a chip from '83 with just over 4,000 transistors. On the other, a modern chip with 16 billion of them. The speed difference is just astronomical, and yet they share the same soul.
Yeah, even though they're worlds apart in what they can do, they share this common section of technological DNA. But here's the twist. This DNA isn't the transistors themselves. It's not even the logic gates they make. No, it's something much more fundamental. It's a foundational design that's at the very heart of every processor ever made.
To really get our heads around this, let's try an analogy. I want you to imagine that the inside of a computer isn't a mess of circuits and wires, but a vast, perfectly organized automated library. This is going to be our blueprint for how a machine thinks.
Okay. So first up, we've got the bookshelves. This is your computer's long-term storage. It's hard drive, or SSD. It's this massive archive holding every single book in the library, all your programs and files, stored nice and safe, even when you turn the power off.
Next, we have the cart. Now, when you need to get some work done, you're not going to drag the whole bookshelf over to your desk, right? Of course not. You just grab the books you need and pop them on this cart. This is your computer's short-term memory. It's RAM. It's way faster to get to, but it can only hold a few things at a time.
And that brings us to the main event, the work table. This is the CPU itself. This is where all the magic happens. The table only has room for one open book at a time. That's the CPU's superfast cache. There's also a little sheet of scratch paper for jotting down important numbers. We call those registers. And sitting right there on the table is a very special calculator.
This calculator is the Arithmetic Logic Unit, or ALU. It's the mathematical heart of the whole operation. Now, it's not super complicated. It can really only do simple stuff, like adding or subtracting. But, and this is crucial, it can also make comparisons. Is this number bigger than that one? Are they equal? That simple ability, well, that's the key to everything.
So who's running this whole library? An automated robot. We'll call it the control unit. This robot is the tireless manager of this entire place. It follows the instructions written in the books with absolute perfect precision. It fetches them, it reads them, and it punches the numbers into the calculator. It's the conductor of our digital orchestra.
So there we have it. Our library is built. We've got the shelves, the cart, the work table, and our robot. Now let's watch it in action, because the process that brings this whole system to life is actually a very simple, endlessly repeating three-step dance.
This, right here, is the technological DNA we've been hunting for. It's called the fetch, decode, execute cycle. It's so simple. First, the robot fetches the next instruction from the book. Second, it decodes it to figure out what to do. And third, it executes that command. That's it. Fetch, decode, execute. Over and over again.
Let's walk through a quick example. The robot is told to load a number from the book onto its scratch paper. Got it? The very next instruction is to increment. So it takes that number, puts it in the calculator, and just adds 1. Simple. Finally, it's told to store that new result right back into the book. Sequential, precise, and unbelievably powerful.
But wait, how does the robot know which instruction to grab next? Well, it uses a special tool called the program counter. You can think of it like a bookmark that automatically moves to the next line in the book, guiding the robot through the program, one tiny step at a time.
Now, you might be sitting there thinking, okay, that seems way too simple to run a modern computer. And you know what? You'd be right. The magic isn't in how complex the steps are. The magic is in the unbelievable scale and speed at which they happen.
You see a number like 3.2 gigahertz on a modern CPU. What does that actually mean? It means our little robot librarian is performing that three-step dance, fetch, decode, execute, over 3 billion times, every single second. It's the very simplicity of the process that allows for that mind-bending speed.
And you might be surprised by how small the robot's vocabulary is. That old 1983 chip,
it only knew 56 different commands. A brand new, powerful chip today, it knows around 350. That's it. Not thousands, not millions. Everything your computer does, from playing a game to browsing the web, is just built from clever combinations of those few hundred simple instructions.
This basically leads to two main design philosophies. On one hand, you have RISC chips, like Apple's M1. They focus on super simple, very fast, energy-efficient instructions, perfect for phones. On the other, you have CISC chips from Intel and AMD, which use more complex instructions to get raw power. They're really just two different dialects for our robot librarian to speak.
And that brings us full circle, right back to our central idea. After we peel back all those layers of complexity, all the billions of transistors and trillions of calculations, we're left with one elegant, universal principle.
The fetch, decode, execute cycle is the technological DNA. This simple rhythmic process has been the beating heart of every single processor for the last 50 years. It truly is the ghost in every machine.
Just think about that for a second. The exact same fundamental three-step dance that ran the simple graphics of Oregon Trail back in the 80s is the very same one, just performed billions of times faster, that's training today's enormous artificial intelligence models. Every digital world we've ever built stands on this one simple foundation.
If you liked the video, subscribe, leave a like, comment on what you liked most, and share the video. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.